Hello, good evening, guys. Welcome to our daily market insights. And as usual, we are going to talk about your favorite stocks in the Philippine market. And let me just invite our friends over at our Facebook page. Also, let me set up our tools. Okay, we're using Instagrams here. And I bet a lot of you guys are very much concerned about how the market is moving lately. Many of our stocks are in red, and let's see how we're going to go about each one of them. Right, so let's see. So that's Instagrams over there. How's my audio so far? Is it better? Just let me know. Go ahead and drop a comment, say hi so I can greet you all. Okay, so currently we are here. Just check out the highly traded stocks this day. Okay, wow, FGen. Let's check out what happened to FGen. Big jump. Yep. So this over here, price was moving downwards for FGen. Just wanted to understand how the market behaved here. So the previous day, before yesterday, the price ended outside of the Bollinger Band. And let's see if we had early signs. So over here, while the market was moving downwards, right, price is already slightly higher, but not very steep in terms of increase. But look at that, price was moving down, and your RSI is already giving us that bullish divergence. So this is what I was telling you guys in the previous days. There's a big chance that when it ends outside the Bollinger Band, it can continue to go down, but your RSI is already giving us advanced signal. So when it gives you that kind of signal, it can still go down further, but it won't be that deep anymore before your reversal is going to happen. So similar to this thing, interesting, because in today's market, it even started at a much lower price, so it can still go down, right, but not too deep anymore. So that's why it gave you that dramatic increase in the price. Okay, so let's start with the highly traded stocks. So we click all stocks over here, and then we go click from top to bottom, right? So most of these are blue chip companies. Let's check out ICT. So it's still red over here, but overall it's really moving on a sideways movement, right? So this is what you are going to wonder, like very minimal movements. It's just doing range. For those people are, traders are actually doing range trading right now, but the volume is starting to pick up. So something must be cooking, or something they might be brewing something here in ICT. That's why people are starting to accumulate volume. So if you are also interested in this stock, I suggest you just get in, wherever your support here. This is the support, 120.22. That is the support that I see. Let's peg at 120. Okay. Reason for that is this. You also had another one here, and some consolidation that happened over here. So if you want to get in and start accumulating volume, that would be around 120.6. Let's check Ali. It's also red. Ali over here, we're not yet at a safe area for Ali. Okay, so it might continue to go down. Maybe this is what we are experiencing at the moment. Something like this. It's just slight reversal, and then it will continue to go down. Okay, something like this. So it might be doing similar movement. It might continue to go up a little bit, but your downward movement is not over yet. So where do we want to see? Let's check out the weekly chart. Where's the next possible support that we are seeing here? See, it's a bit high right now, so I'm thinking it might continue to go down, so just be extra careful because it's triggering the lower Bollinger Band in the weekly chart. So where could that be? This is a resistance, so the area where it is at right now is actually a very critical area. It's a decision-making area because you have just touched a possible support. Okay, the reason why I said that is this. This used to be a resistance over here, a resistance, and another resistance over here. And now, normally when it does that, when you're moving above that resistance now, then your resistance will be tested, and it will create a possible support at that area. So just watch out, because it's not yet 100% guarantee, because in some occasions you also do experience some breakdown in price. So it might do something like this. Okay, so it might do that sideways first, and then before it goes up. Okay. JFC. I already have an inference for this one. So we plotted I plotted 188 as a possible area of next possible area of support. 188 around that level. So it might test that area. So if you are wondering why there's a breakdown in price, just take note of this. X date. For those traders, normally they would exit the trade on the 21st, on the X date, because the first minute of that day comes in, they are already qualified to get their dividend. So it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be in the trade the whole day, but because you are in the trade for the first few minutes for this particular day, you're already qualified. So let us find out when this dip started to happen on a 15-minute chart. Okay, see that? 15, 20, 21. See that? Right away, the first minute of the day, right away declined. So this part over here is 9:30 a.m. Okay, it started over here, and those people who are mostly newbies, they got enticed, and they found it very attractive, not realizing the concept of the X date. So that's why you also at one point within 15 minutes it managed to go up, but only to experience a decline right away, because those people who have already entered around here have taken profit. Now I'd like us to watch out what happens around the 188 area. That was the next possible support that I was seeing the previous day. Okay, BPI. Hello, Ivan. Oh, very timely. Right, so let's prioritize your request. I was trying to play around with the stocks that are highly traded for today, because no one has requested yet. But let me go ahead and add yours, okay? So we talked about JFC. I put SMPH, AEV, DMC for amps. Okay, let's go ahead and see that we had SMPH. Okay, maybe let's just continue because the next is DMC and SMPH anyway. Okay, so BPI over here is triggering the lower Bollinger Band, and be extra careful because you are also nearing the next X date, so it might continue to go down, and it's triggering the lower Bollinger Band. We don't know exactly where it could potentially stop, but if I am to draw, a very obvious line would be this one. Okay, very obvious line for next possible support. Watch out what happens around that area, and the reason why I said that is because of this here. Okay, because of this one too, another one here, some consolidation that happened, so it might touch that. Hopefully it just continues to bounce and no more breakdown in price. Okay, so DMC next. DMC still triggering the lower Bollinger Band, no confirmation yet, but I'd say this could be another FGen, right? Where you have some advanced signals from our RSI. Because, oh, sorry about that. Cancel. Remove. So we might have early signals. Is it slightly higher? Oh no. Oh no, not that. Okay, so probably in the long-term perspective over here. Alright, so let's draw it from here down here. Okay, so let's see how far has it been. Okay, there is. Overall, yeah. So imagine that from here to here, you already had that signal, and then there was a reversal, but not that much. Okay, so there was a bounce that happened on this day. Now from here though, down here, it's not giving us that signal yet. Okay, but overall, I'd like us to watch out for a possible consolidation. Find out which area will it consolidate, like something like this, doing sideways. Okay, and once we see a green engulfing candlestick, something to this effect over here, this is a perfect example. It ended outside the Bollinger Band, but because this is an engulfing candle, bigger than the previous one, then you now have a bullish movement. That was the bounce that we were waiting for. So hopefully it repeats this kind of movement again. So let's wait for an engulfing candlestick, and then let's see how your RSI behaves, and then find out whether it's already a good time to buy. But I wonder, I'm not 100% sure, EMS, if you are already in it. I don't know at what price you entered at. Let me know. Because let us say you entered right here in this area. This is already very far from your entry price. So, oh, I think I'd have to, just wait if you're already, yeah, that's already very far. Even like, let's say over here, it's already far. So the threshold, ideal threshold for your risk to reward ratio is a possible risk of 3 to 5%. Meaning if it goes lower than your entry price by 3% or 5%, make sure to execute your stop loss and exit your trade. Because if it goes higher than that, it's going to be very difficult for you to exit the trade. And I've also experienced that so many times that if it exceeds more than 3 to 5%, I'll just wait. And it's just a matter of time before it goes up again. But definitely, that's just the cycle. At one point, it's going to reach its deepest point, but it will also rise again depending on the how stable the company is. Because if you believe in DMCI as one of a very stable company here in the Philippines, I won't be even bothered by the dips that we are experiencing now. So just hang in there, right? AEV. Let's talk about AEV. AEV, hopefully, because it's starting to trigger that, uh, hopefully we are going to experience this bounce, but we are not safe yet. Because remember, the condition is the next candlestick should be engulfing this last stick that ended outside of the Bollinger Band. So we need probably, hopefully, tomorrow's candlestick will start, let's say, somewhere here, and then continues to go up, and then let's say it ends that way, so you're safe. So chances are it will continue to climb. But how does your RSI behave now then? No, I don't see any. But this one, just watch out because it's starting to, traders or investors are now starting to show interest for this stock. But we're not out of the woods yet. Okay, 8.33 for DMC. Let me see. 8.33. Oh, I'm thinking you may have entered at this on this day around this area. That's fine. You're not very far um, where it is at right now, but I can sense that it might bounce anytime soon. Hopefully, yeah, nothing's wrong with their revenue. They have good numbers. It's just that it's really the market sentiment now. Let's check out their news. No, nothing's wrong with this stock. It's just that, the charts, there are a lot of traders in the Philippine market, very minimal movement, they take profit right away. So we need more volume, guys. If more people will start to invest in the stock market, volume will also increase. Then we will not have that much, it will not be very affected by these ups and downs and swings of these trades. Because what's challenging about our market is that yeah, we all know that we only have very low volume, and then when we have big players execute trades in large amount, right, all of a sudden it dips big time or it jumps dramatically. So that's the downside of things. So right now it's really the chart that's driving it. So it's giving us bearish signal, that's why it's moving downwards. Okay, so we talked about AEV. Oh, sorry about that. The signal is a bit of a challenge right now. Bea, can you please turn off your internet?
Huh?
Let's turn off your internet for a while.
Okay.
The signal is poor. Let's check out the other stocks. BDO. For BDO, guys, not a very good sign here. BDO has triggered the MA20 line. This blue line that you see, that's the MA20 line, and we now ended lower than that. That means we might experience some more downward movements for this stock. So be extra careful. And let's see what happens right at the next possible support for this stock in this area. Okay. You're welcome, James. There you go. So there you have it, BDO. This stock is bound to go down, and 149.67 is the next possible support that we are looking at. Okay. AC also triggering the lower band, but the good thing is your RSI is already giving us some advanced signals that we might be facing possible reversal soon. So this is how it looks like. There you have it, while the price is also moving downwards. So there you go. Okay, so just wait for a confirmation, probably an engulfing candlestick, before you enter in the stock. Definitely, you are already at a very cheap level. Okay, what about the next stock? Guys, if you have some requests, don't be shy. Just drop a comment and then request for your favorite stock. But right now, the approach that I am doing is I filtered all the trades or all the stocks with the highest number of trades, because many are, many have used this, or no, have engaged in this stock for this day. So majority will probably be interested in it. Okay. Now, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, go ahead and that's my simple request. Please subscribe so that our network will grow, and we'll give you some more videos and insights. AGI now. Let's talk about AGI. AGI is giving us that rejection. Your MA20 line acted as a resistance here, and then when it touched that level, then we have some weakness that's happening. So maybe let's check what happens around this area, as it might potentially bounce here. 10.59 level. Let's check that one out. Okay. URC. URC also experiencing rejection in that area, so be extra careful. I'd like to draw like something like this. Draw like this is an asymmetrical triangle. So if the price starts at this level outside the line that you draw, then potentially you have a breakout play, and then you have a brand new wave for this one. Normally, if that happens, you will see something like this. It will test your support before it goes up. Now, same thing with here. If most of the action happens below that, then it might continue to go down for several days, something like that. And then it will also move, bounce a bit. And if there's not much volume, then it will continue to go down. So that is the movement that it can potentially happen. But really, observe what the market does, or what the price movement is, when you draw that asymmetrical triangle here. Annie and food for M's. Okay, let's do that. Annie. Annie is trying to test. You're now sitting at the MA20 line, where you also have a resistance here. So this could potentially create a support at that level. Just in line with that is also here. There's also a support just in the same area. So just check. Let's see if most of the action happens on the upside tomorrow. Then that would mean this is just an area of bounce, because normally when you're now moving above the MA20 line, your MA20 could act as a possible support. Let's check out food. For food, it's trying to stabilize at this level. Yeah, and you're also at the oversold area over here. Now it's trying to create that support. It's trying to consolidate. So let's see if you have that good bounce in the coming days. But this is already at a cheap level for this stock. Yeah, you're about to face this area. It's actually already touching it, 0.57. So it's starting to gain that momentum. Let's see how your earnings look like. Oh, negative 96%. Not good. Not good. This could probably be the reason why. Quarterly report. You can just open that thing because there's also news. So it's not good because it's negative 99%. 99%. This one, they had a much better earning in 2018. Okay, so be extra careful over there. Let's go back. So let's talk about MBT. MBT is currently testing this area. They're at the MA20 line. So let's see if it will sustain that area of possible bounce. Okay, just check that. Look, it's also a resistance here. Resistance. This one too. That's why this could potentially create a possible support. Your previous resistance can potentially act as a support. So because we are sitting at the MA20 line, tomorrow could be a decision making day. So if most of the action happens above here, then now you have a bounce. Tell. Tell still doing some sideways movement. So if I were you, I'd plot a Darbo's box here. Just Darbo's box is just like a triangle. And see what the price action is around this area. So if you want to get in, use this as your support, the 1090 level, and then use your 1133 level as your profit taking area, because it might take some time before this thing really moves or gives us bullish movement. ACEX. That I don't feel good about this. Let's see, because it rejected, when it reached this level, we had that bounce and ended it at a much higher price. So hopefully it creates a support at that level. So I'm thinking if it will, chances are you will experience just very minimal movement in the coming days before it continues to go up. Something like this before it goes up over there. Okay, the next one is AP. Did I talk about this? AP, I don't feel really good at the moment. I'd wait at the 34.10. Wait at the 34.10 level and see what the price action is around that area. SM, we're also sitting at a resistance. So it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it gets sustained and you will experience a brand new wave. Sometimes it doesn't. And it will, rest. Considering that you're almost near the all-time high. This is the all-time high, I think. Yeah. So see if it will continue to beat that and give us a new wave. This one also sitting right at the MA20 line, so you have to observe if it will continue to give us that bounce or it will go down further. So if it goes down further, I would have to say we observe what happens around this level, 190.40. Okay, 190.60 is fine. So just observe, in case you experience a breakdown in this price, but we're still sitting at the MA20 line. Normally that area is respected. See that? This one over here, whenever it touches that, it bounces. Then only at one point when it opened below the MA20 line, that was the beginning of its decline. Okay, and look at this day, November 13, we ended outside of the Bollinger Band. However, the next day it engulfed it right away. So that's why we've experienced an upward movement. Okay. The next one, Morocco. Oh, Morocco is still triggering that lower Bollinger Band. And let's see if your RSI is really giving us an upward movement. Yeah, it is giving us that upward direction, but very, very minimal. But your stock is moving downward. So, yep, in case it goes down further, it won't be that deep anymore. And besides, this is Meralco, a very stable company. So I would have to say, in terms of, yeah, look at that support here as well. Check what the market, how the market behaves tomorrow. But definitely, this area is already a safe area to buy, and I am highly recommending it for long-term investors. Okay, because if you are a trader, this does not give me a confirmation yet. It might continue to go down. Okay, remember that 3 candlestick rule. If within the next 3 candlesticks it engulfed this candle that ended outside of the Bollinger Band, then we can say, yes, we now have a bounce. JGS. JGS. This looks like, what was that again? SecB. Oh no. But anyway, JGS, let's take a look at it. Okay, so you're sitting at the, for me, this is a resistance area. Let's see if it will rest or it will break out of that resistance area. But you're already at a very high level right now. Okay. The next possible resistance because of this is here. Okay. 79.36. This triggered it. So I do back testing. So that area used to be a resistance, therefore it can potentially challenge that area as well. Where are we? JGS, FPH, not safe, still triggering the lower Bollinger Band. There was a constricted Bollinger Band at this level, or the Bollinger Band got restricted at this level, and then it just broke out. It broke out of that area. So I would have to say I wait and see first. I have to see an engulfing candlestick before I can say that okay, we have a bounce. Costco, I mentioned last time, like 2 days ago, that there was a breakout that happened in this candlestick. Then it was again supported, but definitely your previous resistance will now act as a support. So that is the area to watch out for. Hopefully it just gives us a bounce just in case it goes back, but we don't really know. It might continue to go upward here and we can't already chase it. When it's really too high, I don't really recommend because we might become a victim of FOMO. So I'd wait for a chance at the 6.95 if this is me. What about Meg? Meg, be extra careful as well. First area to watch out for is here. First area to watch out for. Second area to watch out for over here. There you go. There you have it, guys. Okay, so just be extra careful because most of the action is really towards bearish move. Tech. Oh my goodness. Still triggering the lower Bollinger Band, so it's not safe. We talked about AEV. RLC, let's see that. RLC, this is the area where you're sitting at right now, is a possible area of support. Because this used to be a resistance and then became a support here. Okay. Now, not safe. First area to watch out for over here. The next one is, of course, where you had that gap up. Next one is around this area. Okay, so we're not in a safe level for now. Okay, let me check ATN. ATN, you already had that bounce. Good, finally. This is the bounce because this ended outside the Bollinger Band and this engulfed this candlestick, so you are a safe level to enter for ATN. Okay, we'll talk about ISM. Still triggering the lower Bollinger Band. I don't want to recommend this at the moment as it might continue to go down. Okay, hope not. Really hope not. So next would be Wilkin. It's currently resting. It might go back in this level, 17.43, because guys, this has been on a steady climb the previous days, so it might challenge your 17.43 level before it bounces upward. Hopefully it does not break that price. This is also at a not safe level, so I'd like us to watch out for the price action around 1.06, 1.05, because it might test that area once again. Okay, Vita, that is for Vita. MRC, oh my goodness, MRC, what happened to you? Steady downward movement. Where is the lowest point? Gosh, not safe for MRC right now. Oh no, you might even challenge this part. 0.11. Looking at the monthly chart, it might challenge this level. 0.12. Gosh. ABA is also resting. So where do we see the next possible support? It's triggering that, so I don't feel good. Maybe in this area, 0.58. That's in a weekly chart, by the way, guys. Every candlestick would mean 1 week. Check out the days. On a daily chart, it might test this one out. So this is another area to watch out for. There was a price consolidation that happened here and over here. Okay. What else? KPPI. So I'd like to still stick to our drawing here. It might revisit that. So yeah, it ended lower than the MA20 line, and when it does that, it might continue to go down. And let's see I won't remove that line because it might again test that area at 10.75. Okay. Anything else, guys? Let's check our friends over at Facebook. Guys, if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I think this would be a perfect time. My simple request is for you to please support by subscribing to our channel. You can also click the notification bell so that each time we have a live, you get notified and then you're always on time. I try myself, I try to go live at a specific time of the day, but it's just so impossible at the moment. But regardless of the time, whether you're able to watch it while I'm on live, what's important is you watch it. We have the link here. Uh, of course, in Facebook, there's a link there, but in YouTube, just look for me, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so that you're always updated. Okay. In the meantime, do you have any requests, guys? Otherwise, I think I'd call it a day. And you have a good one, and you take care always. Okay? Goodbye. Good night for now.